Tracy, I promise I'll give this back to you in the exact same, well, almost the same condition as you lent it to me. It's the very first trick I ever learned. We had a very good friend of the family. His name was Sam. Sam was actually a musician but knew some great tricks. And whenever he'd come over, he'd show me a new one. And one of them really stands out in my mind. Actually, it's a very simple trick, and for real, I will teach it to you right now. But before I teach it to you, I'll show you what it looks like to your audience as you're showing it to them. Sam comes over one night and he asked me if I have a dollar bill. Took a dollar bill out of my piggy bank, brought it to him, and he said, "Take a look at George Washington." Can you see him? He's heads up. Sam said to me, "I'm going to turn George Washington upside down, like that, without reversing the bill." I was watching. Now, you may have seen this, but play along. George is heads up. Can you all see him? Yes? This is what he did. He folded the bill in half one time like that. He folded the bill again like that. Now, he never actually reversed the bill. And yet, when he opened it up, sure enough, there was George, upside down. Now, if you didn't follow that, it's very simple. You can try this. You might fool somebody, I don't know. Start with the bill face up, or heads up like that. Fold the bill one time from left to right in half. Fold it again in half from the bottom to the top. Simply open it up towards yourself. That will reverse George. Now, at 12 years old, Tracy, I was amazed. I thought that was the most spectacular thing I had personally ever seen in my young life. At 45, I think that's the stupidest trick anyone has ever shown me. So why did I share it with you, Tracy? I'm glad you asked. It was about 2 weeks after Sam had first showed me that trick that something really bizarre happened. I was trying to remember what Sam had showed me. I made some sort of critical error, and something so bizarre, something so strange happened. It's been in my act ever since. I have no explanation for this. I just know that it works. Take you back a little bit. There I was, 12 years old, standing in front of my bedroom mirror, as I often do. No, it's not that I'm vain, that's where I practice. See, I can see what you guys see. I was trying to turn George upside down. I folded the bill in half one time. That part was right. I folded the bill a second time from bottom to top. That part was right. At this point, I couldn't remember what I was supposed to do next. I went as far as folding the bill a third time. And to make matters even worse, Tracy, I folded the bill one more time, making a tiny packet out of it like this. Now, had I have opened up the bill, it may have been upside down, it may have been right side up. I'm never going to know, because this is what I did next. I gave the bill a twist and blew. Tracy, that's all I took. As I opened up the bill, expecting to see it upside down, it wasn't. Instead, somehow, some way, the bill had turned completely inside out instead. Isn't that the weirdest thing you've ever seen? Now, that is not 4 pieces taped or glued together. That is a genuine inside-out dollar bill. Now, Tracy, here's the problem. I call that bill inside out. That's how I refer to it. The government, however, refers to this as a federal offense. Now, I could give you the bill back this way, as most people want to keep it as a souvenir, but I don't want to get you in trouble any more than I do me. But there I was again, pondering over how this could possibly have happened. I didn't know much about magic at 12, but I did know a bit about science. In fact, that was my favorite subject in school. And I remember this, my science teacher said, all good scientific principles, which I assumed this was, if they work one way, they must also work in reverse. This in mind, I refolded that bill, Tracy, which was simple because the folds were already there. I folded it in half, and then in half again, and then in half again. Now, I got to this point and realized, wait a second, after I folded it up like this, I also gave the bill a twist and blew on it. I must also reverse that. This does not mean I suck on your bill, Tracy, no. This means I blow first, then twist. If I was right, and this was truly scientific, inside out should turn to right side out just as quick, just as easy, works every single time.